Alright, BobalosRex here, and we're talking Warfronts today. But also, a Wowhead post update, because Warfronts are getting an update on the PTR. If you didn't know, Warfronts are getting an update, you may be like, what? They're getting an update? But it's not to their biggest issue, aka the title of this video, which we're going to get into a second. But if y'all don't know, there's a service metal vendor here, and one of the main things you earn service metal from is Warfronts, of course. You can also get it from the rep. When you get the main horde rep, the supply box, it gives 20. That's usually how I farm these. But this vendor, with the addition of housing, is going to get new decor. All right. So we're going to bring up this Wowhead post. You know, it's all going to come together here. So people, rightly so, were looking at the decor prices and being like, what? I got to spend 300 service metals for one tent, 150 for one lantern, for all this Forsaken stuff? Kind of crazy. So Blizzard responded. Great. So what is Blizzard doing? Thank you for your feedback on Warfront currency prices on the housing decor items. We agree that they are too high and have reduced the Warfront currency price of decor items. So, they're reducing the price of decor items. But it's like, after all these years, that's all you're doing with Warfronts? You're now giving people more reason to do Warfronts. Whether or not the prices are reasonable coming in, you're still going to have to be farming Warfront metals to buy more tables. You know, I've been saying this for a while. Having to farm all these resources to buy these decor is going to be very costly depending on what the resource is. And with the service metal issue, for a lot of people are upset. You know, I have a good supply of them. Some people, you know, are probably going to be like, oh, I have a huge supply. I finally get to use it. Good for us. But for normies, man, it's about time that we fix Warfront's biggest problem, okay? You can't even really lose these things. Why can't I solo queue? Look at this. Right? That's not a solo queue. I have to wait for people. I think it's like 3 people now or something like that, and maybe 5 or something for heroic. I don't have the real numbers. But you do have to queue for it, and it's like, this is ridiculous. Warfronts need to just be solo queue now. Warfronts need to be solo queue now. We should be able to solo queue these expansions ago. How many expansions? So think about this. Blizzard plans for us, literally plans for us, to solo the mythic raid of an expansion 2 expansions later. So, in Pandaria, when they wanted us to solo it, not in Warlords of Draenor, but in Legion. At the end of Legion, we should be able to do Mythic Pandaria raids, and that's kind of how it worked. That's kind of how it always worked. So in BFA, we've been able to solo BFA raids easily since Shadowlands, basically. Alright, since Shadowlands. We've now been to the Dragon Isles, we've now been to Khazar, and we're going to Midnight, and we still can't solo queue for Warfronts or heroic Warfronts. Ridiculous. So many achievements that are just sitting undone because people got a group for content that's 1 billion years old. Are they banking that because decor's there, more people are going to queue for this old content? Maybe, but dude, anyone who doesn't want Forsaken decor ain't going to do it. If it's Night Elf decor, I guess queues are going to be popping, but it's like, really, guys? Really? Can't we just do a solo queue Warfront? You win anyways. You win anyways. But yeah, FY, if Blizzard isn't going to fix this problem, you know, now that there's transmog, pets, mounts, and new decor locked behind it, I do have a strat for farming service metals. like I said, I get on a character. I got a couple characters with the honor bound, right? So what I do is you can look around for whenever the honor bound's up, right? You see when there's one of those up or an invasion. You know, let's check Cool Tiers. Is there an invasion? Oh, there's no invasion up, right? Another way, you know, with the world quest, well, what I do is I come back to this mission table and I'm just like, who's got an honor bound mission? I run the mission, get the rep from here. You can also get tricky treats and stuff for the holidays. But yeah, so I just run a mission, get the rep. As you can see, you can also do the Island Weekly, which you can get done solo. Islands you can do solo, FYI. All the way up to, you can solo queue Mythic. PvP don't work, but you can solo queue Mythic. And when you finish this quest, you get rep. Once you get the 10k rep, you get a box. And that box has 20 service medals. Alright? Now, remember, these service medals are account tradable. Oh, well, he has all of them. And faction exclusive. So I have 160 of the Horde ones. I have a different amount for the Alliance. So again, we're talking about requiring so much of these service medals for this decor, even at reduced prices. The most efficient way to get these is going to be from Warfronts. They need to fix the Warfront problem. All right, that's it. Blizzard needs to fix the Warfront problem. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.